Hi, it's me again, and it's time for some more updates. I'm really starting to think I judged the Finns too soon. They all seem to be pretty nice to me once you get to know them. It's just strangers that they're a little cold to. I went to church and people were super nice. I was hugged, I was spoken to, it was great. Problem came on the way home from church. Caught a bus and this lady comes to sit next to me. The bus comes to a sudden stop. The contents of her bag fly everywhere. My South African instinct is to help her, try and help her pack up her things. My Finnish instinct is to pretend I didn't see that because, well, I don't know, what if she's gonna freak out if I touch her stuff? So I did not see that. So that's the option I go with. She comes to sit back down next to me and she launches into a speech in Finnish. I'm guessing about what just happened. I have no way of knowing. But due to the way that she launched into this speech and my inability to interrupt people, it is a good 5 minutes before I get a gap to say, I don't speak Finnish. At this point, it's too late. I can't say it. But I'm not worried because in my experience with Finnish people, this is the extent of our conversation. I will not be expected to talk to her any longer. There's no need to be like, okay, cool lady, I didn't understand you. So I don't. I smile and nod and I think that's the end of it. Then she asked me a question. So I'm forced to come clean. This woman looked so pissed off with me and I was like, I can understand it, but you're the one that didn't give me a chance to talk. So let me tell you about this country's banking hours. They don't have any. I tried banking on a Saturday, big mistake. They're closed Saturdays and Sundays. They're open Monday to Friday, but they open at 10 in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. When do people bank? And I don't understand that because the type of people that have money to put in a bank are precisely the type of people that are busy from 10 to 4 on a weekday. But anyway, I really need to get to a bank because I have to withdraw a large sum because my home currency, the rand, is crashing. I want euros. The euro is getting more expensive by the day. I need to get my money out. I finally make it to a bank the Monday before I start work because I start work the Tuesday and the Tuesday is the 1st of September. So I have the 31st free. I think cool bank day. I go to the bank nearest where I stay and they say to me, sorry, we don't keep cash here. And I was like, well, geez, sorry, I thought this was a bank. So I take a 50-minute bus ride to the next mall and I make my way to a bank where I have an account. I think I'm not going to have any problems because I am an account holder. I tell them, listen here, please give me my money from South Africa. I'm poor and my money is becoming worthless. Nice, please give me my money. So they're like, no. And then they go on to explain for some reason I didn't understand and I couldn't relay it to you just because I don't get why they wouldn't give me my money. But then it's at this point that I like start tearing up a little bit. Maybe the stress of the entire week is starting to catch up to me, but I'm holding it together. It's just some tears. I go to every other bank in the mall. Nobody wants to give me my money. I don't have any money left. I need my money. It's at the point that the last lady at the last bank tells me she's not going to be giving me my money that I start sobbing. Like I was crying. It was not cute like Kim Kardashian sobs. It was ugly. And I'm just walking through this mall. People are looking at me and I'm like, I don't even care. I'm too upset right now to be embarrassed. I go and sit in a corner and cry to myself. So that was not a good day. Honestly, I haven't cried like that since, well, 2 days before, when it became apparent that before my arrival the entire population of Finland had got together in a meeting and decided they hate me. But you know, it's all better now. But anyway, I'm also really unhappy at the hostel I'm staying at, so I went to view a new flat. Now the problem with that is that it involved a new bus route, and I suck at taking the bus. For me, it is like the most complicated thing ever, especially if there's a transfer. Now I have this little route planner, like this little mobile site. You put in where you are and where you want to go, and it will decide a route for you. So I'm like, cool. But the problem is when there's a transfer, it will tell you, okay, get off at this stop at this time and then walk 500 meters to this stop where bus this number will meet you at time X. 500 meters in which direction? It is usually at that point where I get very, very lost. And it's autumn, so it's probably raining at this point when I'm lost. Anyway, I get off at this huge stop on my way home from the flat, and there are like 50 stops to choose from for my next stop. I don't have time to pick. Okay, I enlist the help of a stranger, and he's useless. He cannot tell me where to go. So I don't have time to investigate each stop before my bus comes and I miss it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I stand still. I see my bus coming. It's over there. It stopped at the robot. I'm like, cool. Where are you gonna stop? I don't have time to decide. I run towards it. I flag my little bus card, and it's like everybody's looking at me and it's not cool. And in Finland, you're sort of supposed to stick to the pedestrian crossings. I'm like, not, I don't have time. I'm sprinting across intersections diagonally, not even horizontally or whatever. I'm diagonally across this intersection, running towards this bus like, me, pick me, please stop. The bus driver looks at me like I'm an absolute idiot and like points to a stop that's over there. And I'm like, oh shit. So I'm like, cool. And I run to that stop. But I mean, at this point, the bus driver's already taken pity on me and he's like, let me on. So I'm like, cool, thanks. It's very embarrassing, all the people on the bus are looking at me. But anyway, I don't care, I have my bus. So when the bus finally stops at its intended stop, it picks up this little girl. She's traveling by herself. I would say she's about 10. She gets on her own. She takes the 2 seats opposite my row, and she unpacks. She takes out like her homework, her treats. She's opening bubblegum. She is like writing homework in a pencil, and it's all cute and whatnot. So she answers her iPhone, of course, in an American accent, and I'm like, first of all, that pisses me off because you're not from here either. How are you better at this than me? Anyway, so she answers and she's like, oh, sorry I'm late, you know. The bus came late. I had to take a different bus. I decided I wanted to go to the bathroom before I left, and it was raining, so I decided to take the bus that went through Selo. And I was like, how is that even possible? Okay, here's me sprinting across intersections looking for my one bus. This is the bus. If this bus doesn't come, this is the end of the world. This is my bus. And there she is picking between buses, all because she knows the route, and that one will take me through there and that one will take me through there. I'm like, no, that's not fair. Where did you get this knowledge? And share it now. But anyway, so she's standing, well, lying across the 2 seats doing her homework, pencil in one hand, candy in the other hand, cell phone between ear and shoulder. And I'm like, little bitch, you need to stop that because you're not looking where you're going. And let me tell you that you need to pay attention, because you need to know at least one stop in advance where you're going, because you can't get to your stop and then say, yeah, it's this one, please stop now. It's too late then, it will go past. And you're not paying attention. You're not going to know when that is. So stop that, get out your little journey planner and follow with the little stops with me. I will help you, I will show you. But no, she is doing her homework, not paying attention at all. Like a solid 20 minutes later, she like casually looks up and out the window, reaches over and presses the stop button. And I'm like, how did you know to do that? Okay, the last solid 20 minutes we've been on this winding road. They have trees on either side. Did you spot a tree that was different from the 40,000 other trees we've just seen to indicate to you that this is your stop? How did you know? Another thing is, I always get so stressed out when people ask me for my address, because my street is, for me, very difficult to pronounce. I always think, okay, they're not gonna know what I just said. I always mentally prepare myself for the fact that I'm probably gonna have to spell it as soon as I finish saying it. But every single time I say it, they know what I'm talking about. I never have to spell it, and I didn't understand that. I go, Alenhoipe? So they go, yes, Alenhoipe. How did you know? And why don't I have to spell it for you? But anyway, that's about all I have time for before I make the videos too long. I will be back next week with more updates of this kind. Okay, bye.